Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss our first lesson of social studies, and the name of the topic is globes and maps. In this chapter, we will learn what are globes, what are maps, different types of maps, and how to study a map. So, let's start. As we know, we live on the earth and it is a planet which revolves around the sun. We know that the earth is round. Long time ago, people believed that the earth was flat. A Portuguese explorer, Ferdinand Magellan, set out on a voyage around the world in 1519. Do you know what is the meaning of explorer? Explorer means someone who travels to look for new places and learn about them. And what is the meaning of voyage? Voyage means a sea trip. So, he went on a sea trip in 1519. His ship returned to the place where it had started after 3 years of sailing. And this clearly proved that the earth is round. Can you imagine what would happen if the earth were flat? For example, I am showing you something. Suppose the earth were flat. Then what would happen? If the earth were flat, people and things would fall off its edge. Okay? This is the edge and people can fall off its edge. Okay? Now, look at this photograph of the earth. It has been taken from outer space. This photograph also shows that the earth is round, not flat, and it is a bit flatter at the top and bottom. As we know, the earth is so big in size, so it is not possible to study the whole earth. And that's why we made a model of the earth which is known as a globe. Now, what is the meaning of model? Model means a copy of something, usually small in size. And what is globe? A globe is a small model of the earth. It is round in shape like a ball and it gives us a clear picture of the earth. The globe helps us to study the physical features of the earth, such as continents, countries, oceans, and seas. It is easier to find on a large globe. A globe spins on a rod which represents the Earth's axis. We know that the Earth spins on its axis, which is an imaginary line passing through the Earth's center. Thus, the axis of rotation of the globe is similar to that of the Earth. A globe helps us in many ways, but it cannot be of much use because of few reasons. Do you know what are the reasons? The first reason is a globe cannot show all the places on the earth. Second is it is difficult to carry a large globe from one place to another. A globe has to be rotated or turned to see the other side, so we cannot see all the places at the same time. Now, what are maps? A map is a drawing of the earth, usually on a flat surface like paper. So, a map of a place is a drawing of the place or a part of it. We can carry maps from one place to another. An atlas is a book of maps. take a globe and flatten it, it will become a map. As you can see in this picture, this is globe and flattened. So it became a map. Maps are more useful since globes are not easy to carry. Also, a map gives information about places in more detail than a globe. We can look at different places at the same time and compare them on the surface of a map. Now, there are various types of maps such as physical, political and thematic. First of all, what are physical maps? Physical maps show the location and shape of features on the surface of the earth. These include natural features like mountains, water bodies, or structures that have been built by humans, such as roads, canals, dams, bridges, tunnels, and parks. This is India's physical map. Different landforms are given in different colors. Okay. Now, next one is political maps. Political maps focus on the boundaries and location of countries, states, union territories, capitals and cities. For example, I am showing you a picture. This is political map of India. You can see boundaries and location of countries, states, union territories, capitals and cities. Next is thematic maps. Thematic maps tell us about certain themes or topics such as rainfall, population, etc. Maps that show small areas such as a street, a house or a room in detail are called plans. Now, do you know from where does the word map comes? The word map comes from the Latin word mappa, which means a napkin. Like a napkin, a map can be easily folded and stored. That's why that word is used for it. Now, how to read a map? Maps have certain features that help us to study and understand them better, and these features are known as the language of a map. So the first feature is directions. Directions are the most important part of a map. They help us to locate a place easily. We know that north, east, south and west are the four main directions. On a map, the top shows the north, the bottom is south, east is on the right and west lies on the left. These directions help us to locate different places on a map easily. The northeast direction lies between north and east. Similarly, between south and west lies the southwest, and between the north and west lies the northwest, and between the south and east lies southeast. Next one is scale. A map is always smaller than the area it shows. The scale of the map indicates how much smaller it is from the actual area. It shows how distances on the map are related to distances on the actual surface it depicts. The scale of a map can be usually seen in the corner of the map. In the scale of the map, 1 centimeter stands for height. Next is colors and symbols. A map has certain standard colors and symbols which are used to show different physical features like rivers, ponds, hills, mountains, plains, valleys, deserts, plateaus, or islands on a map. All maps follow a common scheme of colors. It is important to know about these colors and symbols. They help us to read the map. For example, mountains and highlands are shown in brown and yellow. High mountains are shown in dark brown. Lower mountains and hills are shown in light brown, and snow-covered mountains are shown in white. Plateaus are shown in yellow, while plains and lowlands are shown in green. Water bodies are shown in blue, but different shades are used to indicate shallow water and deep water. Symbols are marked on map to show cities, capitals, roads, railways, airports, hospitals, rivers, etc. Now next one is legend or key. The legend or key of a map explains what the colors and symbols used on it represent. It is usually given in a box at the corner of the map. As you can see in the picture, airports are shown like this, church like this, hospital like this, and lighthouse like this. So, the chapter is finished. Now, we will learn new words. What is the meaning of explorer? As I told you, a person who travels to look for new places and to learn about them. Next is globe. What is a globe? Globe is a small round model of the earth. And what is a map? A map is a drawing of the earth, usually on a flat surface like paper or cloth. What is atlas? Atlas is a book of various types of maps. Scale. What is the meaning of a scale? Scale shows distance between places on the map. And what is key or legend? Key or legend represents what the colors and symbols used on a map stand for. So, next day we will do next chapter.